Everyone, I want to show you this component we built that I think could be a game changer for Webspatial ecosystem. It's called the XR window link, and it solves a fundamental problem with navigation in spatial apps. So right now the problem is that in traditional web apps, when you click a link, we are navigated to a new page. But in spatial environments like Apple Vision Pro, you don't want to destroy your 3D context. You want to open new content in floating spatial windows. And that's exactly what this component tries to solve. So the entire magic is essentially happening in this one line of code where it is detecting whether we're running a spatial environment or not. Webspatial, as we know, sets this XR env base variable when our app is running in XR mode, and that's how this variable has a context that we are in XR mode. And if that is indeed the case, then what we're doing is in this logic is that we're creating window.open with the XR base path to create spatial windows. So the force new prop lets us control whether to create a new window every time or just reuse existing ones, which is like another piece of the magic. So over here, you look at this API. It's clean, it's intuitive, and it extends standard HTML button attributes, right, as we see here. Any React developer can use this immediately. Let's look at some usage examples to this. Let's go to events body. Right here, we're planning to do the spatial action, and we're using the XR window link component, right? This handles all the complexity. The new window pops up when someone's trying to use a Vision Pro, and multiple windows are halted from being created, and the 3D stuff is not really destroyed. It's right there. So this is exactly what the XR ecosystem, sort of just Webspatial ecosystem needs. A component that would bridge traditional web and spatial computing without forcing developers to learn completely new paradigms, right? It's framework agnostic, it's progressive enhancement at its finest, and it could easily become part of something like, your Webspatial React library. So again, as I mentioned, this is not exclusive to Next.js, this is framework agnostic. And the spatial web isn't just about fancy 3D graphics, it's also about rethinking fundamental web primitives, right? And this component proves that we can make spatial web development as simple as traditional web development. Pretty cool, right?